Hi everyone, Lori Marie here, mixed media artist in Vallejo, California. Thank you so much for joining me. This is take two. Oh my goodness. Fun project in the board book today. Kind of a different little technique with the focal point, cutting parts out of the focal point. Very fun to try and do and accomplish. And I am here for inspiration only. So play with the focal point as you see fit. Lots of texture in the background, which of course I always love. I do want to do a little shout out for some people that have been very supportive through gifts, through financial support, through emotional support. Alicia, and you guys know what you've done, okay? And my heart goes out. Thank you. And hopefully everyone's gotten a little thank you note or it's on its way. Alicia, Donna, Lynn, Mary, and Rue. I think I'm caught up there. So this is a letter that I got. This is better than any financial contribution to the village, any underpants. This takes the cake. And I have permission from this person to read this letter. And my job is done. My job is done. Lori Marie. Just like my art, I often wait for inspiration for my words. I wanted to just let you know what you and your channel means to me. I've seen a lot of hurt and pain in my life, yet since my divorce I've been changing myself into someone I can live with, but most importantly, someone I will love. I have watched many YouTube personalities, but watching your videos has become a sort of therapy for me. I forget all my problems and my anxiety becomes non-existent for that video. Thank you a ton for just that alone. Also, in watching your videos, I have gotten to know you. Even after losing your precious boys and father, which I am so sorry for your losses, you still get online with a smile and a new idea for us. I wish I had even half your strength. However, you always make me realize that there are brighter sides to everything. You have affected my life in such a positive way. You truly give me inspiration and hope, and I barely know you. Your videos and you have opened my eyes to a beautiful world, even during this pandemic. I am trying to find the words to really explain how you've helped me, yet I just can't figure them out. The best thing that I can say is that you have not only touched my soul, but awakened it. I was getting ready to just give up and get rid of most of my stuff, and now I'm creating as much as I can. Thank you. And she also made me a piece of artwork, which I will show you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Never change your soul. You are one of the most beautiful people inside and out. That's why I do this. That is why I do this. That is why I get to the table. That is why I share everything I do. So here's the piece of artwork that she sent. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll show it to you. It's corrugated cardboard hearts. And one says Casey and one says Cameron, which are the names of the two sons that I've lost in my career as a mother. And the hardest part of losing a child is living every day afterwards. Absolutely gorgeous. Alicia, thank you for the art. Thank you for the letter. Thank you for your time. You guys know I love comments. I try to respond to all the comments. So don't be afraid to tell me if you like something or even if you don't. Some people are willing to tell me that I am not their cup of tea or my art is not their cup of tea. And that is okay with me. At least I'm hearing from you. All right. Blah, 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 blah. And see you on the table. So this is your project for today. Fun background with a cutout face. That was very fun to play with. Stencil antlers, drywall tape, creating some fun texture in the background, tissue paper, white crackle. Yep, this was very fun. This is in the board book. Okay, cover's not done yet. Board book. Good morning. I found this fun face in a magazine. I'm going to go in with my X-Acto and remove some parts of the image. I'll bring you back and show you. All right, I ripped his lip a little bit. I'm okay with that. We can fix that. But I cut out some fun parts. This is a background of Nick Bantock's. And I'm going to bring him in and glue him down. Something like that. Ooh, that's very cool. I'm going to let him dry. Bringing in my board book and some fun images. This is a background that's already been created. I'm going to bring in some sky blue. I have all my little images all over. Nothing too precious. Bring in a dry brush. A wet paper towel. Let that dry. Bring in my sanding block. Bring in some raw sienna. Let that dry. I'm going to bring in some drywall tape. It is sticky on the one side, but more things are going to go on top of it, so I don't have to worry about it peeling off. It's a nice texture. I have some gorgeous tissue paper. This actually was wrapped around the journal that Nancy sent me. I'm going to crinkle it up. Tear it into pieces and glue it onto my page. Put some Mod Podge down. Put down that tissue paper. Mod Podge on the top, but creating some fun wrinkles as I put it down. Some nice texture. And I'm going to let that dry. I'm bringing in the orange acrylic spray by Marabou. And some alcohol. And we're going to let that dry. Bringing in the spray acrylic by Marabou Cocoa. Some alcohol. Beautiful. And we'll let that dry. I'm going to bring in my sanding block, knock this down a little bit. I'm going to Mod Podge a couple of, I've sanded this, which now it's absolutely delicious. You can see some of the white from the drywall tape. Yum, 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 yum. Beautiful texture, beautiful colors, beautiful rippings, beautiful grunge. You get the idea. So I'm going to glue some fun papers down on here. Another layer, yes. I'm bringing in the Arteza Acrylic Deep Yellow. And a very wet brush. Bringing in some plastic wrap, scrunching that up. Laying that on that wet, juicy paint with as many sprinkles as possible. And really smush that down, creating some fun wrinkled areas. Peel and let that dry. Bringing in my crackle stamp, putting some white gesso on that. All right, I blotted this with a paper towel. Get off some of the excess paint. Bring in my delicious focal point and glue him down. So yummy. I'm bringing in the stencil that I made with the antlers and some burnt sienna paint. A sponge brush. Gorgeous. Now I'll do the other side. All right, I have his antlers on using my stencil. I'm going to let him dry. Bring in my Stabilo. Go around my focal point. I'm going to bring my sandpaper in, just hit some of these high spots. Bring in my medium point Sharpie paint pen. Okay, here he is completely done. I put a little blimp behind his head. I painted his antlers black. I think they look better that way. Your turn. Go create, go play, go have fun. I did want to show you that fabric that I laid the hibiscus blossom in. Look at that gorgeous purple. So beautiful. So I took a bloom like this, or even more dry. I just got this from the garden this morning. These hibiscus are about this big around. They're just gorgeous. And I just laid pieces of it between the fabric that I ripped out of the lamp shade. So very gorgeous. I have that to stain something else.